Again, Senator Jeff Flake now, because both of you guys are working on the Sour 16 Tournament of Government Waste. Could you explain what that is, Senator Flake?
Well, every year we look at waste in government and tag it to the Sweet 16 and the Final Four and try to get people to focus attention on this wasteful spending. And there's a lot to be focused on. It's just a way to get the focus on it.
Sure, we've got some examples. This cost us close to $500,000. Binge-watching betas funded by the National Science Foundation and the Department of Defense. What were they doing?
Well, they programmed computers, actually, or robots, to watch Desperate Housewives and The Office binge watch for
and they
600
spent
hours.
Almost $500,000 of taxpayer money to do this?
That's right, to see if they could predict behavior somehow. I think it's probably the first time you've ever seen a computer throw up, but after that kind of binge watching,
wow.
but I don't think the taxpayers got much out of it.
You know, too bad we didn't put blood pressure cuffs on both of you guys to watch your blood pressure go up as we described this.
The other one you have is Squad Goals, funded by the National Science Foundation. It costs $1.1 million. I don't even know what that is.
Determining if cheerleaders are more attractive in a squad.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's something called the cheerleader effect, where cheerleaders are supposedly more attractive in a group. And so they studied this effect and determined that, yeah, you're probably better off having a wingman or wingwomen when you date, because you are more attractive as part of a group.
Hence on Brady Bunch, I remember on Brady Bunch, Greg went out with Peter, and they had a great time in the drive-in.
There you go.
You could have just watched that sitcom.
I mean, I'm glad they spent $1 million to determine that 6 pretty girls are more attractive than just one.
Meanwhile, this question to you, Dr. Paul, was this money well spent? $3.5 million, the drilling dentist, to figure out why people are afraid of dentists.
No, it's just one thing after another. And, you know, I've been seeing these waste things since I was a kid. Now, Senator Flake's been a leader in getting rid of earmarks, which has helped. But we've got to do more. I mean, do you remember Proxmire, Senator Proxmire from the 70s? He had the Golden Fleece Award with waste just like what Senator Flake and I are talking about, and it's still there. A lot of it comes from one agency, the National Science Foundation. So I want to have some reforms where we actually maybe reevaluate how they get their money or how much money they get.
This is laughable. Senator Flake, how do these things even get passed? I mean, if I were a senator and I read that, I'd say absolutely not. We're taking that out. How do these things slip through the cracks?
Well, Senator Paul is right. We've gotten rid of congressional earmarks, but that doesn't mean that wasteful spending is gone. We appropriate or authorize these programs at, say, the National Science Foundation, and they decide how to spend the money. The problem is it's very difficult to dig in. You have to do a lot of research to find out exactly how they spend this money.
Right.
So part of the rules we need to get are simply on transparency, what they're spending this money on, and then go in and say, hey, you simply have too much money floating around if you're spending money to see if cheerleaders are more attractive as a group.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, we have cheerleaders on our program today, so we're not going to say anything about it. Thank you very much, Dr. Paul.
And they did
Senator
not charge
Flake.
$1.1 million to be here either.